Well, hello everybody, and a very good, that was very striding, wasn't it? And a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. Yeah, I'm striding out with purpose because we have not got time to mess around on this show. It is the official launch, wow, of this amazing shimmer watercolour palette, which you guys have absolutely loved. Without doubt, the busiest day of our 18th birthday celebrations so far. It has been such a huge success. If you've just woken up to it, the great news is there is still stock available, but the stock is absolutely flying and dwindling before your very eyes. So we will get onto things very, very quickly indeed. As you know, it's our birthday event. It's double points. I'll take you through the free gifts in just a second. But with a product like this, there is only one person who could be by my side to officially launch it, and it is the crafting oracle, the Yoda of craft. I'm sticking with that one. It's the wonderful Leann. Here she is, you can see her. Woohoo!
Ben, I'm so excited. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
Welcome.
You are my Obi-Wan to my Yoda. Let's just say
Thank
that,
you.
should we? My goodness, I'm so excited, Ben. There has been so much love for these, hasn't there? And you're going to love it in this launch, I have to say. I think your advice, don't hang around, is the best advice because we've got lots of demonstrations, but when you see how incredible these are, you're going to want them.
These are the palettes you're looking for.
Fantastic they are.
We're going to get into those very, very quickly indeed. We've got a fantastic showstopper. Free gifts, of course, continue today as well. If you spend 10, we've got this beautiful special day die. You know as well when you spend 50, we've got those pens, so you can, of course, get one of those mystery pens when you spend 50. Spend 100, you'll get all of that, plus your jute tote bag as well. You go that way, I'll go this way. Let's go. We're going to have a look at your showstopper, and let me just tell you, 50% of the stock has gone. Half of the stock has disappeared inside the Wake Up Call show. Now, within the actual showstopper itself, well, let's break it down for you so you know everything. You've got the brand new, fantastic shimmer watercolour palettes. Here they are, your Sunbeam and your Moonbeam, and we'll talk all around these in just a few moments' time. Alongside that, you will also get within your showstopper the brand new, first time ever, Crafters Companion paintbrushes as well. So those three items there are the shimmer watercolour palettes and your brushes that you can pick up as an individual bundle. So £39.98, $47.92 is your platinum price. You'll get double points on that as well. We do have a new selection of stamps for you as well, which have been popped together, which have been made to coincide and work beautifully with the watercolour palette. These are your beautiful watercolour clear acrylic stamps, 4-piece collection. I'll show you these on boards in more detail in just a second, but that's the top row here. So you've got 4 sets of fantastic stamps. Your With Love, your Seize the Day, wait till you see that in a minute, Best Wishes, and then Just For You. £15.20 or $21.60 for those stamps if you want to go for those individually. And then there's the showstopper. That is everything that you're seeing here in the bundle, half of the stock of which has gone. Brand new colour palettes, brand new paint brushes, brand new stamps, and then your middle row here, your white multi-purpose card, your mixed media mat, your rocker blocks, and your masket tape. That should cost you an extra £50 or $60. It is £18 or $18 extra within the actual showstopper. That's why so many people have bought it. $69.58 or $83.92. And the great news doesn't end there. No. Because if you buy the showstopper, you then opened up the door to the bonus buy. What's behind that door? You can buy the palettes again, your Sunbeam and your Moonbeam, and the brushes. You can get those once again for half the price you're seeing on screen. You're £19.99 if you're platinum. You are $23.96 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. I would say 99% of people are going showstopper, bonus buy. If you want though, you can go showstopper, bonus buy and get the stamps for half price. However you want to do it, it is entirely up to you. But the majority of you are going for more of the palettes because eventually you will need more. It is a consumable, so you will need more of these, or potentially you're being nice and you're thinking, I'll get the showstopper for myself and then I'll buy these on that bonus buy for a crafty friend. However you want to do it, you do need to go fast because like we said, over half the stock has gone. And just to stress again, the bonus buy we have currently, but you'll know with other really, really popular showstoppers that we've done, we have to take the bonus buy off eventually because it then begins to affect the showstopper in itself. So we'll monitor that, but what I will say is if you want the showstopper and the bonus buy, get it early on, get it in your basket, get it checked out, and you can sit back and relax and watch all the demos with Leanne. Few quick hellos and then we're going to get into this. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials, Mary Beth's in Minnesota, Jennifer Smith's in Kansas, Amelie Batiste joins us, Nanny to the Girls is in, back for more inspiration from Leanne. Jeanette Shirley joins us saying, I bought a ton of things over the last year, but this week is the first time I've really watched the presentations and I love, love, love seeing everything demoed. Well, you're in for a treat on this show. Linda's joined us, Rhonda and Zoe, and Gwendolyn Xingshang says, these are wonderful. I ordered 8 to 10. They're even more beautiful than on TV. I've ordered the showstopper and the bonus buy with extra palettes as well. But let's get into this with Leanne. Leanne, for those people perhaps who are just joining us, who are just waking up across the pond, there has been a riot, as you would say. There has been a clamour for these. Why is everybody, including yourself, the most excited I think I've ever seen?
Because, Ben, we've all tried a metallic watercolour paint in the past and we've been disappointed. And, you know, we came off the last show and Lily said to me, I can't believe this because I've used some cruddy metallic watercolours in the past. And I could not have said it myself better. Yeah. You've used them where they're dry and they're crumbly and they're chalky. They're falling out of their pan. You're putting water in. You feel like you're putting a gallon of water in and it's not getting any more creamy and you just can't get the metallic out and it's got no colour and you paint it on and it doesn't look shiny and you're really disappointed and you're sad you've wasted your money and you wish you'd never seen those metallic paints ever. That does not happen with these because we've spent 2 years making sure that this formulation is absolutely the best it can be. What you've got here is a pigment-based artist watercolour. So the highest quality artist watercolour, semi-moist, that you can find. Full, packed with pigment and a binder. No fillers in here whatsoever. And then we infuse that with the finest, highest grade mica that we can find to make these the shimmeriest and most intense shine of watercolour that you could hope for. And the best example I can give you is the grade of mica that's used in eye makeup, so that you get that high intense shine, is what's being used in this watercolour paint.
Good
so you've got all of the premium ingredients for a fraction of the cost, but you have got guaranteed results whenever you use them. Now, let me show you what you've got. So we've got 2 different palettes for you. We've got Sunbeam and Moonbeam. We've put the 24 colours, the 48 colours, I beg your pardon, across 2 24 palettes for you so that you can confidently choose the palette you want for the job you're working on.
Yes.
Sunbeam works best on white cardstock because they're iridescent, almost see-through colours, and oh my word, you've got, that's on white cardstock. You've got all of those beautiful colours in there. They're the Sunbeam. Yeah. And I'm going to show you all of these being used in a second. If you put Sunbeam on a dark cardstock, you will lose the colour and only have the shine. So we put the Sunbeam ones in that palette so that you know if you're working on a white cardstock and you want that beautiful colour, you pick up the Sunbeam and it's all going to work.
Yes.
Okay. Then we've got Moonbeam for you. Now, Moonbeam's a little bit different in that it will work on white and dark cardstock. So on the white cardstock, it's going to show its colour, and on the black cardstock, it'll show its colour, but it might interfere and show it a little bit different. So I've got 2 palettes for you here. This one is on the white cardstock. That's Moonbeam. They're all the beautiful colours that you've got there in the Moonbeam palette. You can see that intense shine and shimmer. They're absolutely incredible. The same colour palette painted onto black card, and look at the shimmer and shine you get in there. Now I'm just going to overlay this because now what you can see here is Daydream on the white cardstock from Moonbeam, just an iridescent blue shimmer. Daydream on a black cardstock, the most intense ultraviolet. Then if I move my palette down, we can see feather on white cardstock, a lilac shimmer.
Yeah.
But feather on the black cardstock, a beautiful purple colour. The same for seashell, an interfered pink colour down the bottom here, but on the black cardstock, a beautiful deep rich pink. And you can see some of the changes in colour as well. I mean here, enchantment, and then enchantment here, like an iridescent green on enchantment there.
Oh yeah.
Look at that green there with enchantment. Same colour, same palette, not two different palettes, exactly the same paint. One on white, one on black. But then even if we look at the other colours along the top here, for example, rose red on white, looks lovely. But look at it on the black cardstock.
That's amazing.
It really does let it shine through.
Yeah.
So Moonbeam, you can use on white and black. Sunbeam, we recommend you use it on white cardstock. Now, Ben, I must just show you these stamps coloured in.
Oh, yes.
Tell me at any point you need me to shut up so you can talk to me.
No.
Because I can talk about these till 8 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I could
You'll
talk.
still be talking, won't you?
I would still be talking.
Yeah.
So look, we've coloured in these beautiful shimmery, the shells in that bundle that you've got there,
new
coloured
stamps,
in.
yeah.
Now that is on white.
Oh,
look at it, Ben.
I mean, come on.
I mean, come on. How fabulous is that? Aren't they beautiful? They look lit from within. The colours are so intense. The shine is like nothing you've ever seen before.
Lit from within is the sentence.
Lit from within, absolutely.
That's the way.
Now, here we've got that other set you've got there with those beautiful little florals, your bits of foliage, that incredible dragonfly. Look at this. It's like it's stained glass. It's like there's a light behind and it's stained glass. And you know, you do not have to be...
No.
Johnny, look at the dragonfly.
Yeah. What noises are you making at home, by the way? Because in my ear, all I can hear is, ooh. They're the sound effects of this launch, aren't they? They really are. We've got these beautiful autumnal leaves and sunflowers that look absolutely gorgeous. Look at them. Oh.
It's like you're switching a light on. It's like they're illuminated.
That is the way to describe it.
Really
Switching
look
the light on.
illuminated. And you do not have to have any special skill or talent. All you're going to do is wet the page, pick up your brush, dip it in, put it on. It's going to work. And you are going to get these fabulous, fabulous results at home.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is because, you know, when you're using a metallic, Ben, you'll have seen us lots of times before, metallic markers, different shimmer products that we've got. We tend to say to you, use it on black, on metallic pencils, use it on black, you'll get the best result, you'll see it. Use it on black, you'll see it then. You won't necessarily see it on white. We say it with some of our own products because of the nature of the product. It's probably dye-based when we're saying that to you. With these, when have you seen a shimmer on a white cardstock shine like that on a pastel watercolour with that level of shine and shimmer? It's absolutely exceptional. And there we go, illuminated butterflies, illuminated florals, and absolutely exceptional and effortless results time after time. You, I promise, will have the best time playing with these at home, with the stamps that we've got in the bundle, if that's what you want, but also all of the different stamps that you've got at home as well. You're going to have an exceptional time with them, Ben.
Absolutely, we are. I tell you what, the comments are flooding in left, right and centre. We are so excited about this as well. Cannot wait to see these watercolours, says Lillian. Donna says, these are incredible. I'll be lost in shimmer for days. Lost in shimmer. Caught in a trap.
No turning back. Oh.
We're lost in shimmer. Oh, gosh, says Christine Mahoney. I have so many ideas with these paints. That sentence is going to stick with me now. These are lit from within. The shimmer, the shine. It is like someone's going boink and turning the light on to bring these to life. Just to say as well, a few of you asking about the showstopper. It is. I know the website shows the 4 rocker blocks. That is the 4. You got the 4. There's 4 there. It's just hidden. It's just hidden behind the paints there. So you do get your 4-pack of rocker blocks, absolutely, as it is on the web. But thank you for those eagle-eyed viewers going, there's only 2 there. There's 4. There's 4. They're hidden. They're hidden. We were just testing you. Congratulations on getting that one, but you get 4. Huh? It's right. It is right. It is right. So we've double checked it. You do get 4. That is the 4. So we're all good. We're all good. That's part of your showstopper as well. Don't forget rocker blocks. White multi-purpose card, multimedia mat, masket tape. That is an extra £50 or $60 worth of goodies that you're only paying an extra £18 or $18 for. So it is incredible. And then, of course, you get all of the new goodies in here as well. Nearly 60% of the showstopper has gone. I will be taking a bit of a backseat here because I know you want to see all of the demos, you want to see all of the inspiration, you want to see all the different things that you can do. But you'll have to excuse me if at random points I just go 70%, 80%. Limited stock, because I want to keep you up to date with what we've got, as far as the stock is concerned. Remember, in the showstopper, Sunbeam, Moonbeam, brand new brushes as well, which we'll look at with Leann in just a few moments' time, because these are absolutely incredible too. And then you don't get D-Ream in here, no, just Sunbeam and Moonbeam. And then you've got all of the beautiful stamps in there too, which again you'll see with Leann by default, but I'll show you the boards of them in just a few moments' time. If you go for the showstopper, which everyone is doing, we're so busy again at the tills right now, get the set of palettes and that brush set again for half price when you buy the showstopper. That's what everybody is doing. Rose says, I've ordered the showstopper and bonus buy. I'm so happy watching Leann teach us all we need to know with these beautiful paints. And Vanessa Fuentes says, I love watercolour palettes. They're amazing. I got mine from HSN and I'm loving it, especially on canvas. Listen, you know, even if you've picked these up already, if you're already using them, you might want to come back and get more, get another bundle, get the showstopper, get that bonus bundle. However you want to do it fairly swiftly is all I'll say, because we are very, very busy. Busiest day of birthday so far. It's incredible how much you were loving these. Let's go back to Leann and delve and dive into this. Any point you've got any questions or comments, fire them in. Remember, the more you comment, the more chance you've got of winning. 300 to spend with us. We reveal the winner on Sunday. Right, Leann, let's get cracking. What are you going to show us?
So, just before we start painting, let's talk to you about the brushes.
Yes, the brushes.
Because we've got those new brushes, haven't we? So, look, this is the first time Crafters Companion have brought out their own brush range for you. And you can see here that we've got 3 great sizes of brush, and we've worked with a manufacturer to make these perfect for artists and crafters. Now, what I've done is change them from the brushes that we have sold to you and recommend. They're still great brushes, nothing wrong with them. But what we wanted to do is improve it for the experience. So we've made the shank wider.
Okay.
And then I've included this lip on the end here, so that when you're painting, it sits comfortably on the end of your finger, so that you're not going to get a ridge in the end of your finger there. And so it just feels nice and it's very ergonomic to hold. Then what we've done is elongate, so you can see it's just a little tad. It's a tad longer there.
Oh, yeah.
I've elongated the bristle, because when you've got that longer bristle, if you're not great at control, you can get much further distance and it's soft, you've got more bend in it.
Great.
So great for your background techniques. Done exactly the same for the next size down.
Yep.
And then for the one with the detailed point on, this is where you'll see the difference, because this is much wider and splays out. This is coming to a much finer point, so that when you're painting your fine detail in your stamps, which as crafters we tend to want to do with rubber stamps, images that we've stamped, then you really need a brush that tapers to a fine point, so that you're not going outside of the lines all of the time for control. And each one of these has that lovely rubber, it's got a funny name, I can't remember it, but the rubber bit on the end for the grip, so it rests on your finger. So these are the brushes that we will always now have in stock here at Crafters Companion for you to use. Okay, so they're the brushes.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with the medium brush.
Okay.
And you will need water.
Yep.
And you will need paper towel.
Okay.
Always. Now, before we started, what I did was I just took my spritzer and I spritzed the palette.
Okay.
So they're semi-moist watercolours anyway, but if you spritz it, it enlivens and awakens them.
Just a little small spritz?
Just a small spritz. You don't need to saturate or soak them.
Right.
And then you... That's the first time I've heard James be funny.
James, our vision mixer. It was a good
I had
line,
a little
though.
bit of something to say there.
No.
That was very funny, James. A smidgen of spritz.
Yes.
I like that. I'm going to use that, James. Thank you.
Oh, you see, he only speaks very occasionally, but when he does, it's worthwhile.
Honestly, I'm grateful for it. Right, so now we're going to have a look at our, I just want to get the right one, moonbeam, sunbeam, here we go, rose garden. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. So I'm just picking up some of the rose garden paint in my palette. Let me bring these down onto the glass mat a little bit more so it makes it easier for James. There we go.
Okay. Just brought it down a smidge.
That was because of the funny joke. I'm being very helpful.
There you go, James. You're getting duly rewarded now.
Just for you. There we are. So I'm just picking up a little bit of the rose garden there. This is from the Sunbeam palette. And I'm going to paint it onto the white cardstock. And you can see that that is a beautiful, beautiful shell, almost shell pink. Now I'm going to dry it.
Do you know what I also see from that point of view is the fact that you hardly took any of that onto your brush.
Oh, and I've still got a load more to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You need the tiniest amounts. It goes an awful long way. So when it's wet, you don't get the same amount of shimmer and iridescence that you do when it's dry. So take the time to dry it before you judge that. So that's on white, and this is from the Sunbeam palette, remember. And we talked about the fact that on the Sunbeam palette, it works best on white card rather than black card. So I've put the same colour. I haven't been back into the palette. I've used the same brush onto black cardstock. And what you'll see is when I dry that lovely shell pink has almost gone. It's kind of a hint of it, but you've got the beautiful iridescence behind.
You have.
It's still beautiful, but you can't see the colour. Now, just before I clean this brush, I just want to show you, I've done 2 paintings. Look how much colour's left.
Hang on a minute.
I haven't been back in. I have not been back into the palette once.
Wow.
Look how far I've gone. I've probably got further to go. I'm just going to damp my brush. Look, with the pastels, depending on what you want. This is how much colour and how much movement, how much value for money you're getting out of every palette. And that's really important. I'm going to dry this, and you'll see that there's still shimmer in there. That for all I've diluted that significantly to move that to get that colour to move all the way down, when you see that this still packs a punch when it comes to the shimmer, you'll understand what I mean when I say we have got the best metallic watercolour paint because of all that shimmer and shine, and then of course really intense when you first put it down, and then look at all of that colour movement with one tiny dip into the palette. Okay, so that is the Sunbeam. Now if I just clean my brush.
And just on that, I know you're cleaning it in between. Beverly says, how do you clean the brushes? Do you hang them to dry?
No. Just dip them in the water, swirl it, kitchen towel. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need to do.
Easy peasy.
And you see, even though your brush is stained, this one is stained because I've been using it quite a lot, it's not transferring any colour to my white kitchen towel. So the bristles are stained, but the actual brush is clean.
Okay.
So you're fine to go into all of the other colours with it.
Okay.
Right, so now we're going to have a look at Moonbeam. So if I pick up from Moonbeam, let's say we go with...
choose from.
Should we do gingerbread for a change?
Oh, gingerbread. Go on then.
All right then. So I'm going to do some gingerbread. So I'm picking up a little bit of gingerbread here from the Moonbeam palette. That's going onto my white... Oh, I love it.
Where's that noise again?
Ooh. You'll be doing this at home. You'll be sounding like me. You'll be sounding like Ben and I. You'll be putting the colour on and going, ooh. Wow. Because it's glory. You'll be doing it because it's fabulous. And then I'm going to put the same on the black card. And what you'll see there, the difference in what I'm talking about when I'm explaining for Moonbeam working on white card and black card. So if I just dry this one here, which is on the white.
And what type of card are you using as well? Cheryl's just asking what card you're using here.
So I'm using for the black, I've got our black premium marker, but you can also use our black multi-purpose, the A4 matte black. And I'm using watercolour card. You can also use the multi-purpose card that's in the bundle, no problem at all.
Excellent.
And then if I hold those together...
Look at on the white, when you just... I've never seen shimmer like it.
Nope.
Honestly.
Ben, when I say to you that you will have tried metallic watercolour paints in the past and been disappointed, you will have, because I have.
Yeah.
And when I say to you that you will not be with these, I give you my word as a crafter, as a head of product development, just someone who takes their job very responsibly, that you are getting the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to the shimmer. But what you can see with the Moonbeam there is the colour is the same on the white and the black.
Yes.
So that's the difference between Moonbeam and Sunbeam, where the colour will change on the white and the black.
Gotcha.
Will stay the same on the white and the black. And the Moonbeam, can I just say, I'm just going to get a little bit of water, travels just the same as the Sunbeam.
Yeah.
So a tiny bit of water, clean off my brush. You've got all of that beauty. I mean, I'm just, look. A tiny, tiny, tiny amount is what you need.
Yeah.
Dry it. It's incredible. And you'll see all of the beautiful shimmer still there. The effects you can get with this, Ben, are incredible. I'm going to stop there because I've got a little pool of water and I don't want to waste time. But look, you've still got the shimmer in there.
You have.
Even though you've watercoloured it out.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, you know, you can get all of your effects where you want more subtle effects with shimmer or you want really intense swatches of colour. It's entirely in your gift to use these however you want to use them.
Wow. Thank you, Mom, says Windy Myers. She's just got these for me for Christmas. Let us know if anyone else has bought you, because that's about the second or third person I've seen now who's just picked these up as a gift. Over 60% of the showstoppers gone. We are so busy. Karen says, my daughter loves these and she's going to go to school for art. I mean, again, Leanne, for any budding artists, any youngsters, I mean, again, what a set to be able to give them as a gift. This is incredible. Tina says, afternoon, I've been waiting for these all week. I've made my purchase and I'm thoroughly looking forward to receiving them. And Syl Sparkley says, here's a new sound for you, everybody. She says, I love these new paints. That's what Syl says.
Go on, Syl.
Go on,
You're
Syl.
right.
Get in there. Do you want to see more? What else do you want to see? Let us know. Anything else you want to ask? Get in touch. I will tell you that over 60% of the stock has gone. We're heading towards 2/3 of the stock gone. Grab this collection whilst you can. Is this not the most shimmery you ever see when it comes to watercolour paints? These are incredible, and how nice as well, because it's kind of stuck in my mind now that you've got the Moonbeam and the Sunbeam, and you know how the Moonbeam is going to react differently on your black and onto your white, and how your Sunbeam is going to perform better for you on the white as well. How brilliant that we've got these brand new paintbrushes for you as well to use in conjunction with all of your fantastic colours that you're going to get within these palettes, and how amazing also that you have got these brand new stamps designed to work perfectly alongside the brand new shimmer watercolour palette as well. And how amazing also, there's a lot of amazings here, that you've got the showstopper deal where we pack you out with more goodies that you'll be using, like that multimedia mat. I mean, you're basically 50 or 60 pounds worth of extras for 18 pounds or $18. The media mat on its own is worth over 20 pounds. The white multi-purpose card you get included in there as well. The 4 set of rocker blocks, the masket tape as well, all of that within the showstopper. And the brilliant news is, whilst it's still available, if it keeps going at this rate, I have a feeling it might not be available by the end of the show, but if it keeps going at this rate, you have still got the opportunity right now to pick up that bonus buy. And the bonus buy, I mean, again, incredible that we're doing this. You can get more of the palettes and the brushes again for half price. So you get both another set of the Moonbeam, another set of the Sunbeam, and those 3 paintbrushes for half the price that you're seeing on screen. So if you're platinum, you're $19.99, $23.96 if you're shopping in the US. Still going to get you double points. You get all of your free gifts as well, of course. When you jump, I say all of them, you're going to get your £10 gift, but I know you'll be popping more items into your basket as well. Get your mystery pen, get your bag as well. Do not miss out on these. If you do want to go for the stamps on their own as your bonus buy, you can obviously do that, but the majority of people are going showstopper and then bonus buy on the palettes and the brushes. We're so busy, so we're going to give you opportunity to get your baskets checked out. If there's anything that you particularly want to ask or see, let me know during the break and we'll come back with more inspiration with Leanne. It's busy. Don't you miss out on what you want. Go to the checkouts and check out now. We'll be back in about 4 minutes.
The party is here. It's time to find your sparkle because Crafters Companion is turning an amazing 18.
We've got Disco Fever, and you're all invited to light up the dance floor for our biggest and brightest party yet.
And it's the hottest ticket in town, and everyone's on the guest list.
So follow the call of the disco ball and join us from the 9th to the 22nd of October.
We'll be shining the spotlight on a dazzling lineup of amazing new launches, offers, and so many surprises.
And Crafters TV has been transformed into a boogie wonderland with live fun and crafty goodies every day.
And we're keeping the party going with Birthday 24/7. Tune in to enjoy non-stop Crafters TV all day, every day, throughout the entire birthday celebration.
So, Dancing Queens, what are you waiting for? Visit our amazing new Crafters Companion website to join the fun and shine bright.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to help you log into your account on our brand new site. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Make sure to select the correct location at the top of the page. Go to the My Crafters icon on the top right of your screen. Next, enter your email address. Then, enter your password. Click the Sign In button. You should now be logged into your account and taken to your My Crafters page. When you're ready to log out, go to the left-hand side of the page and click the Log Out button in the My Account box. When you're logged out, you'll be taken back to the Crafters Companion page. And it's as easy as that.
Hi, I'm Adam, team leader down at the warehouse. Today I'm at the other side of the warehouse where all of our goods incoming. The lads are currently taking a container off now where we've got some brand new stock in for you. I'll show you what it is. We've got the raspberry cheetah tote bags in, so we've got the first one, the deluxe one. Then down here we have the desktop tote and the portable tote, which all go on sale this weekend.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Lots of checking out going on. Thank you so much. Donna says the paints are just amazing. I love them. We're heading towards 2/3 of the stock gone here, the showstopper. Beverly says, wonderful that Leanne works so hard to make her ideas come to fruition. She truly is a master in the crafting world. Amelia's checked out. Amelia Sirocco says, I bought the showstopper and the bonus. Couldn't resist. If you're getting the showstopper, do not leave the bonus on the shelf because that would be silly. And Lucine says, I've just bought the showstopper and extra brushes. My 7th birthday order. And you put like a little base. 7 is fine. 7 is fine. That's every other day, isn't it, pretty much? Thank you as well for the questions and requests coming through. We're going to do more with Leanne here. I've had a few, including Lisa, who said, could we have a look at these at some point on craft card stock, Leanne? Is that something we can do in a bit?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, we're doing it now. There you go, Lisa. Your wishes are command. So let's have a look.
Sunbeam and moonbeam, and I'm going to do one more moonbeam for you because I think that'll be really good to do. Let's do a little bit of cosmic on here. Just picking it up, bear with a sec. Okay.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hannah says, I've really enjoyed seeing more of Leanne during the birthday celebration. She is an inspiration and a great teacher, and I love her sense of humour.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. There you go, craft card. So it works exactly. This is Sunbeam. Yeah. So you can see if I'd done that on black card with Sunbeam, you wouldn't see any of the pink. So what you get there is a vintage pink. And then these two are Moonbeam, so they work exactly as they would on white card and black card.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Good to see.
You're welcome.
Keep the requests coming, everybody. Anything else you want to see, do let us know. Showstopper, well over 60% gone. Shall we get back into this and see what else we can see with Leanne? What do you want to show us, Leanne?
Okay, so we're going to do a cling film background.
Oh, yes. Cling film background.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, I'm very excited.
Okay.
So I'm just excited all the time with this, aren't I? Now,
you are. The most
James,
excited I've ever seen you.
We're going to need to see this, this and this. Brilliant, thank you. That's lovely.
Okay.
Appreciate you. So I'm going to wet my brush here.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Rainfall, Chiffon and possibly a little bit of Mermaid as well. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering how I know the names,
They've got a little
we
drop down,
give you a little acetate insert that overlies so you can see all of the names on there.
Yeah.
And that's when we're using names in our demonstrations. If you want to repeat and write them down, you'll be able to go and find them. And I would highly recommend that you all make yourself a one of these. Maybe not as, you know,
as detailed.
As detailed as that, but a piece of card where you write the name and you do a little colour swatch beside it, and then you know what you're doing.
Good.
When you get them home, and then you get a feel for them, you know what the colours are like. So I'm going in for my Rainfall first, which is here. And I'm just going to pick up some of that paint and I'm going to pop it onto my brush, obviously, and then onto my glass mat here. So get that down. And then before I clean this up, I'm going to clean the brush on my card, because for a cling film background you need a bit of colour all over. I know exactly.
Sorry, there was no words came out there. I tried to speak.
You just went. I've left you speechless. I'm getting water on my brush.
Yeah.
And you want it to be nice and wet when you're doing a cling film background. And so actually, I'm cleaning my brush on the cardstock.
Okay.
And I'm fine for it to be lighter in areas and darker in areas, because I don't want to waste any of that lovely blue paint. Now look, I dipped it in there once. I've got a whole pile here to use, and I've done all of that. It's unbelievable the amount of bang for your buck, if you like,
Yeah,
the amount
exactly
of
right.
you know, pigment and shimmer you get. And so they go, you can see they're going to last you a long time. Now what I've done before I go into the next colour is I'm in my water, as you can see, and then I'm really cleaning my brush because I don't want to contaminate the palette. So I'm making sure that there's no trace of that blue left on my kitchen towel. I'm making sure it's nice and clean. Okay, and once I know it's nice and clean, then I can go into the next colour. So the next colour I'm going into is Chiffon. And I'm going to pick up a bit of that Chiffon and pop it on my palette.
Just a question, I mean, it's a good question, it's a detailed question. Kim says, should I mist the paints with tap water or purified water or bottled water?
Any water.
Any water will do. And can we see this paints used on a stamped image later, please, says Karen?
Yes, absolutely. And so I'm doing the same here.
Yep.
Just cleaning it onto there. I'm letting the colours all mix into each other. In fact, I'm encouraging it. Putting lots of water down. That brush is now clean, letting new colours mix, and you can see where the blue and the chiffon are mixing together.
Yeah.
I'm getting new colours of violet.
Yeah.
Okay, so clean the brush again. So I'm back in my water, back onto my kitchen towel. Make sure that that brush is nice and clean, which it is. And then I'm going to pick some Mermaid up now. And Mermaid's like it's like a green with a violet iridescence in. It's beautiful. So let's put this down here.
And just to stress again, I know you mentioned it earlier, but this is 2 years in the making, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 years in the making to bring this to you today. There we go.
Okay, so now I'm going to clean my brush with the green. That's coming in places. And I've got a good amount of water, and I'm just letting it all mix in together. Marble in, don't worry about doing anything to it. So then now I'm going and picking my colour up off the mat.
Okay.
And I'm splodging extra colour in places.
2/3 of the stock's now gone. Showstopper. Busy.
Wow.
Very busy.
And you want it to be really random. You want big spots of colour in places. You want lighter spots of colour in places. You do not want to be too precise with this at all. And you want plenty of water. Okay. Because what you want is the shimmer and the mica to separate from the pigment paint. And I'll show you why. So I'm just going to clean that up. And then before I put my cling film on here, I like to do a little final spritz.
Okay.
Because I want plenty of water.
Yes.
Okay. And then you just get your piece of cling film.
Okay.
Put it on top.
Yeah.
Squidge it.
Squidgy.
So you can see when you've got all the water, look at all of the marks and little striations it makes. It moves all the paint around.
Yeah.
You put it down and you leave it like that to dry naturally.
Oh.
Okay, so you put it to one side.
When are we coming back to that then?
If it's dry, we can come back to that later, but I've got one already done.
Oh, okay.
So then when it's dry, what you do is it continues to mix and meld and it does its little thing. And then when it's 100% dry, this is 24 hours, this has been done, then you peel back your cling film and you get that fantastic background with all of that lining and marble.
What an effect.
And it's absolutely, and I like the cling film technique. Cling film technique has never looked as good as it does with these paints.
Nah.
And then all I've done is trim that down to make a beautiful background. Trim the white card off. I've used it in the background of a card and then just painted a couple of the flowers that come in the stamp set. And you've got a beautiful card to send to somebody with a fabulous technique background, and it could not be more simple.
That background, again, to the untrained eye, to the layman, I mean, that looks like you spent days coming up with that, doesn't it?
It looks like polished marble.
Doesn't it?
It looks like polished marble, it really does.
And you've shown how that is achievable for everyone.
I mean, anybody can take colour from a palette, spritz it with water, and put cling film on top.
What's the noise you make again? Oh, yeah.
That one, yeah. Just pop it on and put your cling film on. Don't worry about it. Spray it with water, leave it to dry, take the cling film off, voila.
Beverly says, can Ben make any more noises without talking?
It's just how incredible they are, isn't it, Ben? Really, it is.
I think I'm normally quite good at expressing my feelings, but today I'm just... Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Would you like to see one of them flowers painted, Ben?
Yeah.
While we're on? Should we do a little bit of painting?
Come on, then.
So I'm going to paint it with Moonbeam, and I'm going to use a little bit of Daydream, I think, which is I'm going to show you Daydream.
Okay.
Daydream is this one here, which looks white in the palette and has no colour on white card, but on your black card goes that beautiful cobalt blue.
Okay.
So I'm just picking that up direct from the palette on my paintbrush. And then what you can do, if you like, is pop that onto your glass mat And it means that you're coming back there for more paint, not back into your palette all the time, which elongates the use. And then all I've done with these flowers is stamp them with a black pigment ink pad. Can you see them? There, just shining there.
Oh yeah, just
stamp
the
them
bottom,
with a black pigment ink pad and heat emboss them in clear. And then I'm just going to take my paint and paint them.
Okay.
Now, this is where this little fine detail brush really comes into itself, because you can get into the tiny points of a floral and a painted image very, very easily, having that chiselled brush. And we do this kind of detailed painting in paper craft. And sometimes, you know, a brush can have too much of a flat point to it. It doesn't taper enough. These taper beautifully for you to get into all of that lovely, lovely detail. And look, I dipped it in once and look how far I'm going. I haven't gone back to my paint pad or my glass mat yet.
No.
This is still the paint from the first loading of the brush. So how far it goes is absolutely incredible, Ben.
Are you sure that's not a magic paintbrush and you've loaded it with
It's got no valve
ink?
in.
No valve?
No valve in.
No
It's
trickery?
not a magic paintbrush, I promise you. So look, I've done a whole flower
You have?
there.
Still going?
It's still going. I could probably start here. I could do another one down here. And I haven't gone back into the paint pot.
That's incredible.
Which is, it's just amazing. You are going to use these for so long. I can go back on my glass mat and colour these now.
Hey, guess who's just got in touch with us on the socials?
Who?
Sheena.
Has she?
Yeah. She says, hi, Ben and Leanne. Yes, yes, yes. That's what she says. She says, these are exactly what I've been waiting for. I can't wait to get my mitts on these beauties. My cling film won't know what's hit it. She says, I've got a head exploding with bling-tastic ideas.
Oh, my
Says Sheena.
word. I'm so happy to hear that. It's almost, and Sheena can confirm, it's almost like the Black Pearl moment.
Oh.
When we were staying in a hotel room together at a craft show.
Yeah.
And we'd both gone to bed and said, night, Sheena, night, I love you, night. Okay, see you in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, I forgot to tell you, we're bringing Black Centura Pearl out next week. And she literally sat up in bed like it was The Exorcist, like she was possessed, flung on the light and went, Black Pearl. I'm like, yes, Black Pearl.
In that voice?
In that voice.
That is brilliant.
Gosh, honestly, I was like, yeah, she couldn't sleep for ideas. So I think she's probably having a Black Pearl moment with the watercolour paints. Look, so I've run out of paint now.
He's still going?
I'm still going,
Cool,
but I
dear.
would need to go back into the palette, so I'm not going to with that one. But what I am going to do is dry it. So one dip into the palette and a little bit of water on my mat, and I have painted all of this panel with that beautiful, beautiful colour. Just going to show you.
Oh, get ready for the wiggle on this. You can see it
result.
already.
Absolutely.
See it already.
You can see it already. Look.
Oi, 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 come on!
So that's where it's run out.
What's going on here?
It's fantastic, isn't it, Ben?
I've never seen out like it.
Honestly, it is just exceptional. Now, if you want to paint the centre of the flower, and you want to do it in a little bit of a different colour, of course you can. So, should we do it in a... Well, let's use one of the other very light ones that only shows colour on black cardstock.
Okay.
Should I do that?
Yes.
Let's do it with this. We'll do a little bit of feather in the middle.
A couple of questions whilst you're painting.
Yeah?
Cheryl Whedon wants to know, Leanne, do you let the palette air dry before closing?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So always, always leave them to air dry.
Yeah.
And then you just re-enliven them again when you come to use it again.
Okay.
And also, if you're using this, on your mixed media mat that we're including in that bundle for you, if you've put some in the little wells, the little wells on it, so you're using your wells rather than your glass mat, and your paint dries, and you're going to do some more painting tomorrow, don't clean it off.
Okay.
Just let it dry on your mixed media mat, and then when you come to use it tomorrow, a little bit of water spritz, they'll be re-enlivened, and you can use them again. So don't worry about the paint drying, it's not wasted.
Okay.
You can put water on it, it'll come back to life.
I'll show you this now very quickly if you want. A few people have asked to see the mixed media mat. So there you go. You've got your little wells along the top and wells down the side. And you've even got your little section here to pop your tools in if you wish as well. That comes within the actual showstopper itself. It's worth over £20, but that is the mixed media mat that you will be getting with this set. So that comes in the showstopper. I mean,
I know.
Just...
I know, you run out of adjectives to describe, don't you? You really do, Ben, because and you'll be doing that at home. You'll just sit staring at it. So that's how I put that card together, that cling film background. Just painted the little panel with the florals, little sentiment on there, and it's done. And you know, it's the simplest thing, but it has the most impact. It really does.
One more quick question here, which I'll ask, and I'll keep up to date with them all. Adassa says, can you treat these watercolour inks... Sorry, can you treat these watercolours like ink and mix with other mixed media mediums like alcohol or glycerin?
No.
No.
Because they're water-based.
Yeah.
However, you can mix them with other water-based mediums. So alcohol and glycerin, that's the opposite. So you can mix alcohol things with alcohol and water things with water, but the alcohol and the water will repel each other. So they won't mix because they're opposites. It's like oil and water. So our Harmony Water Reactive, they'll work with. Our Duet ink pads they'll work with, our Quick Dry they'll work with, our Aqua markers they'll work with, our Aqua Blend pencils they'll work with, our Tricolour Aqua they'll work with, the Shimmer they'll work with. Why would you? Because they've got all the shimmer in there. So anything water-based that we've got, they'll work with.
I'm a watercolourist, says Tess Hankey, and I haven't seen anything like it. And we've seen a lot of comments like this. And also, yes, Wendy Graham, yes. Looking forward to using these with Bella Luna. Yes. And Mermaid Dreams. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just yes? Just yes. Whatever you suggest.
Yes.
Yes.
To all of that
all
and
of it.
more. Have we got time to quickly show what do we want to do here? Shall I rattle through the deal again for you? Oh, my goodness me. Oh, just one more quick question. C. Newkirk says, can you use these with stencils?
I'm just about to do.
Mind reader.
I'm getting it ready. I'm excited.
70% of the stock's gone. We've got an hour left on the launch, or just over an hour to go. If it keeps going at this rate, by the end of the show, you'll be scrabbling. So please get what you want now and don't miss out on it. I'll take you through everything again so you just completely understand how this is going to work for you. So if you love the look of the new palette, and I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Who's not enjoying this? Who's going, no, I think I'll pass on these. Not really that impressed. Everyone's loving them. If you want to go for the Shimmer Watercolour palettes, Sunbeam, Moonbeam, and the brushes included as well. If you just want to go for those three, knock yourselves out. You can do that, no problem at all. The bundle is there for you, side of the screen, £39.98 or £47.92. Now, we also do have the stamps, and I'll show you these just up close and personal so you understand the designs that you're going to be getting in these. Again, you're seeing the colours on your white cardstock, the black cardstock, boom. Look at that. That is the best way to describe it, right? Especially on the black here. Sheena on the brain. Leanne said this earlier on. So you look at this here, right? Ready? Turn the light on. Doink. It is just amazing. This is your, just for you. Okay, so that's the first set that you're going to get. The next set here, ready, turn the light on, doink, is the Best Wishes. My favourite, and I don't know if this is because I'm a lad from the seaside or what, or just because these stamps are absolutely exquisite. Look at the Seize the Day with those beautiful seashells. Absolutely incredible, and you can understand. Look at this one here. You can understand why these have been designed to work perfectly with this amazing set of colours. And then lastly is your With Love. Again, look at the florals. Look at the colours within the wings of the butterfly there. I mean, that is just unreal. no camera trickery here. What you're seeing is what these amazing paints achieve for you. £15.20 or $21.60 if you just want to go for the stamps. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. The majority of people, well, you know, 70% and more of the stock has now gone. The showstopper, all those stamp, check. All of the paints, all of the brushes, check. And then your middle row is included here as well. So this is equivalent to us saying, okay, £50 and $60 worth of product, you can have it for 18 quid. The mixed media mat that Leann was talking about and that I showed you just a few moments ago, that's included. That's worth over 20 on its own. So that gives you an idea of the value of the showstopper. We're giving you then your wodge of white multi-purpose card. I want to say it's 60 sheets, it is, isn't it? 60 sheets you're getting, that's worth $12.99 or $14.99. Your rocker blocks, and just again to confirm, as I knew a few people were getting confirmed, it is the 4-pack of your rocker blocks that you're going to be getting. They're $9.99 on their own. And then you're also going to get a roll of our masking tape. By the way, that is back in stock as a buy on its own on a 3 for 2. That's £50 or $60 worth, which we're saying give us an extra £18 or $18 and you can have it within the showstopper. That's why the price comes down to what we are here, £69.58 or $83.92. Plus you still get your double points. You'll get some free gifts thrown in there as well, which I'll explain in a minute. But you buy the showstopper, then you open the bonus buy. The bonus buy, have some more of the paints on us at half price. You're getting the shimmer watercolour paints, Moonbeam, Sunbeam, brushes once again, for half the price. We will get the price of it's $19.99 basically, isn't it? Or $23.96 if you're in the US Platinum. You can choose that again. So you might decide for yourself, well, I need to get more of these. I want to make sure I've got more for when I need them. Or you might go, I'll get the showstopper for myself and I'll treat someone else to these as a gift. If you want to go for an extra set of the stamps as your bonus buy, you're welcome to do that. But the majority of people, the overwhelming majority, are going for that bonus buy. But get them whilst you can, because like we said, normally that bonus buy gets switched off sooner rather than later. So get it whilst you can. Questions still coming through. We'll tackle these in just a few moments' time. Just in case you have just joined us, let us remind you of the free gifts that you're going to be getting today. We're still doing the free gifts. I know we're heading towards the end of birthday, but you'll still pick these up. So when you spend 10 today, you've got that beautiful expressions die, which is the special day. Cuts in, cuts out, so you've got that wonderful effect over the top of your card. And again, you can use that, I would have thought, for lots of different occasions with it just being special day. And then, if you spend 50, you'll get one of our pens thrown in as well. Now, we had a different one for the first 8 days. So all of those, is there 8 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, there is. So you've got a choice of one of those will land in your parcel. I know we quite like the white here, don't we? I like the gold in there as well. The blue's rather nice. They're all nice. And they're all refillable as well, as we discussed the other day. So you keep the shell, just buy the refills for those and keep them forevermore. You'll get one of those included in your parcel when you spend over 50, plus today's die, which will change tomorrow. And then, when you spend 100, which will be easy to do today, you've got your jute tote as well. By the way, if you are looking at ways to kind of get to that 100 and you think, well, I've bought the showstopper, what else can I grab today? Don't forget Sarah's book officially launches today as well. Showstopper for that tonight on launch day, part 2, which is coming later on this evening with a showstopper for Sarah as well. She's signed all those books for you too. And also worth bearing in mind as we get into the second half of the show in just a few moments' time, keep it interactive, because the more you chat, the more you ask questions, the more you send comments through, the more you tell us what you're shopping for, the more you tell us why you're loving this brand new launch, the more chances you've got of winning that £300, $300 prize to spend with us. Leann and I will be drawing the winner out of the Disco Ball of Delight on Sunday in the final show. 42 names will be in there. There's still a chance to get your name into that. And by the way, Sunday's going to be an amazing day. We're going to wrap up birthday. We'll be announcing who has been crowned the Crafter of the Year. Most stars on the board. And also, if you go onto the Facebook pages right now, it's on the Crafters TV page actually on Facebook, you can vote for your favourite make of the year as well. We've lined up all of the pictures of the makes in the last 12 months, and you can vote for your favourite there. You can see who... You've got one in there. One. I'll be voting July.
Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome. I think Leann's July. Yes. But you can vote for your favourite project, don't forget, not your favourite. Vote Leann. Vote Leann. It's all there on the Facebook page. Do have a look, but lots to look forward to on the wrap-up shows this coming Sunday. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome to launch day, the biggest launch day of birthday, bar none. Wake-up call this morning was so busy. Launch day already has been off the chart, ridiculous busy. The showstopper, you're probably thinking, oh, come a second half of launch day, probably about 30% gone, something like that, 40%. 70% of the showstopper has gone. I keep telling myself, says Judy B, no more, no more. But then Crafter's Companion does it again and comes up with something else that I can't resist. So many of you have bought the amazing, amazing collection. And for those of you who have just joined us, let's get a quick kind of, in a nutshell from Leann here. People are losing their minds over this collection, Leann.
Okay.
And it is quite simply, I think, one of the best products we've ever brought.
Yes, absolutely. So what we've got for you is do you want me to do the whole from the beginning again?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No problem, I can do that. I will put that demo aside and we'll come back to that in a minute. There we go. Right, so what you've got are 2 palettes, 1 sunbeam and 1 moonbeam. The sunbeam works best on white card. I'll show you that in a second. Moonbeam works on white and black card. Now, what I mean by that is the sunbeam colours are very iridescent and the colour will show up on your white cardstock with that beautiful high shine in there. Your moonbeam will work on white but will also work on black. So here's moonbeam on your white cardstock. And here's moonbeam on your black cardstock. So you can see that those 24 colours of moonbeam actually become 48 colours when you put them across the different coloured cardstock. And then to show you, this is Daydream on white cardstock from the Moonbeam palette. Here's Daydream on black cardstock from the Moonbeam palette. So you can see that on the black, it's got that beautiful ultraviolet. On the Daydream, it's white. If I move down one, Feather on white cardstock, got a little bit of a pink shimmer in there in the background. You can see the shimmer, but on the black, you've got that beautiful, rich colour. The same for Seashell as we move down. A little bit of pink iridescence in there. Beautiful pink in that one.
Absolutely.
So the colours will change. And even when we come over here, example, Firelight Ember. Let me show you this one. Firelight Ember looks like a nice coral on white. It looks like Firelight Ember on the black.
It does.
So Moonbeam will work across all of the colours.
Yeah.
Really easy to use. So what you do is you pre-moisten your palettes, which I've done here. I've just spritzed them with a spritzer. It's a light mist, not a saturation. So you're not pouring water on them. You're giving them a light perfume waft. It's a semi-moist colour, so all that does is enliven it for you. It just makes it ready to be painted. So if I take the, let's take a colour from Moonbeam. Let's choose a different one. Should we do Enchantment?
Oh, it sounds like a lovely colour. What colour is that one?
It's like a green.
Ooh, okay.
Let's do a bit of Enchantment. Okay, so we're going into Enchantment and I'm going to paint that on the black cardstock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, this might be a new favourite.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's lovely. And then I'm going to put the same colour on to the white.
Ooh.
Now, what you'll see is on the white, because this is one of those iridescents, it's the Moonbeam palette, you're going to get, and it's one of those magic ones which looks white in the palette, it will have a slight iridescence. I've just got to dry it. It will have a slight iridescence on the white, but it will have a really beautiful enchanted green on the black. And then I'm going to do another one from the Moonbeam palette so you can see what I mean. So on white, it's got a slight iridescence.
Yeah,
You can see the green in there. But on the black, it's that beautiful colour. That's the same colour paint. Now that's because that is one of the, let me get my board. Here's Enchantment. It's one of the white paints. which just has the iridescence in there. So you can see it's green and it's white. That's the Moonbeam palette. If I take a colour that works from Moonbeam on all of the cards, so you'll see the colour on both. Let's go with Dahlia. We haven't used this one yet. I'm trying to mix up the colours. I tend to have favourite colours and just keep going back to them. So I'm trying to move between them. They're all beautiful.
They are.
So here's Dahlia on black. And here's Dahlia on white. So you see with the Moonbeam, you can actually see the pink now on the white and the black. And I'm just going to clean my brush because I'm just going to show you how much more paint. I'm using a little brush this time. But look how far one dip into the colour will actually go. It will go for an awful long time.
Yes.
So if I just dry those, Ben.
Okay.
This demonstrates Moonbeam for you.
Shelley's asking, do we have to seal these in any way?
No.
No. And just questions again about cardstock that these will go down on, the best cardstock to use these on.
Best cardstock to use these on, I would say, well, I'm using our Premium Artist Black cardstock from the pad. Matte black works just as well.
Good.
I'm using Watercolour card, the multi-purpose use just as well.
Okay.
So I would say the two black cards that we do, multi-purpose and watercolour, there would be the best cards.
Yeah.
I always use watercolour, as does Sheena, but the multi-purpose does work very well with them as well. You can see there that Dahlia, the pink, is the same on the black and the white, and you've still got all of that beautiful iridescence in there. So that's what Moonbeam will do.
Okay.
Let me take a colour from Sunbeam, which is the palette that only works on white card. And I'll just take some of the, let's take some of the peach. Why not? It's at the bottom here. We haven't worked with peach yet. So what I'm doing here, you should be able to see, is if my misting has run out, I just wet my brush and whirl the brush around in it, and that enlivens it as well. They're so easy to pick up colour. So this is peach on white card.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Can you use your water brush pens, asked Sarah Leahy.
Water brush pens. Pre-valve filled? Pre-valve. So if they mean valve water brush pens, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Because you'll end up flooding the colours in the palette.
Right.
You want to control how much water goes in there. You don't want it to get too wet and ruin your paint.
Okay.
And then also when you're painting it down, you lose all control about how much water goes actually on there.
Okay.
You don't want to do that. So I'm just going to clean my brush on here so you can see how far this one goes too. It's crazy how much for one dip in the colour.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
how much actual painting
really
ability you've got. You see me do 4 flowers earlier with one load of the brush.
Do you remember what colour you used on the sunflowers as well? Because Cleo's asking.
On the sunflowers, I used from Moonbeam Cosmic.
Brilliant. Thank you.
And Nebula.
Cosmic and Nebula.
So I'm just going to dry this.
Okay. Anne Clark's just bought them. Judy B's got them. Charlotte says beautiful blues will be perfect with the Snow Queen collection and perfect for Christmas. A lot of people, Leanne, chatting about Christmas with these as well. Absolutely stunning. So many people coming up with brilliant ideas. Jeanette saying the sparkle's so dazzling. Dazzling is another great word to describe these. Look at that.
Isn't it gorgeous? So you see you've got a much more intense colour from Sunbeam on the white card than you have on the black. And that's why we've put them into 2 different palettes for you. Having said that, that's still pretty flipping impressive on the black cardstock.
It is flipping impressive.
I mean, honestly, so you know. But it's just a little bit more peachy on the white cardstock. So Sunbeam will work on black, it's best on white. Moonbeam works on both.
Excellent. Tracy Kershaw says, I'm going to have to take a week off work to play with this collection, along with the Mermaid Dream and Bella Luna collections. A lot of you saying that that's kind of going to be sort of like the first collection that you're going to. Bella Luna, Mermaid Dreams, absolutely. Great combos here. Jodie Hale says, the Shimmer watercolour palette is amazing. Leanne has done it again. And Hi Shadiva says, by the way, I've just opened up my box for the Sarah Big collection. The Wild at Heart is stunning. I was just mesmerised emptying the box. Melanie Garcia says, I've got these and I love them. There's so much love coming through for this. As I said, I think the majority of people are just going, seeing demonstration, yes, buying. If you're stuck, if you're kind of still thinking, shall I, shan't I ask the question that perhaps is stopping you from jumping in and getting these, so we can get it answered and make sure you get this back home as well. And again, don't forget to bookmark this show too, so you can come back, watch it, pick up all the hints and tips and get the very best out of your collection as well. We are over 70%, heading towards 3/4 of the showstopper gone. Now is that time to start thinking about making your mind up with this, because I would hate for you to miss out on the showstopper. And also remember, when the showstopper's gone, that's the bonus buy out of the window too. You'll still be able to get the amazing Moonbeam, Sunbeam and the brushes, but then you'll be paying your full price for those. So get them now whilst you can. I know you're all mesmerised, you're all watching, you all can't bear to miss a second, but please, I'd rather you miss a second rather than you miss the collection. Right, keep the comments coming through. We will have another little look with Leanne. What can we look at next, Leanne?
So we're going to have a look at how to use the mask tape in the big bundle.
Oh, yes.
I want to show you how to use that if you're wondering how that's going to work with your paints, how to mask off a background and how to blend them through a stencil as well, because we had that question.
Oh, yes, stencil we had, yeah.
So I've stamped the dragonfly. That comes in the collection.
Stamp set, yeah.
And then I've stamped it on a piece of the masking tape and fussy cut around it. And then I've just stored it on a piece of acetate so that it's easy to get.
Okay.
And then what you do is you put your masked butterfly over the stamped butterfly. Just take your time, especially when you've got fine detail, just to match it up. No, it's not a race. You'd rather it was perfect.
That's it. More masking tape at the bottom of the screen for you on a 3 for 2, I think, back in stock. We're our own worst enemies, us, aren't we? Back in stock. I'll have it on a 3 for 2. All right then. It's a very handy bit of crafty material to have, isn't it?
It's a handy thing to have. You won't realise how much you need it and how handy it is until you actually start using it. Okay, so there we go. I've masked out the dragonfly. So then I'm just going to take a stencil, and I've got one of the ones that we launched when we launched the Duet ink pads.
Oh, yes.
One of my faves. So I'm going to pop that down. And then I'm just going to choose the colours that I want to use. I'm going to use the Sunbeam palette.
Okay.
So for the Sunbeam palette, should we use Jade Pool and Rainfall?
What? They sound marvellous to me.
Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of Jade Pool, so that's the greeny colour. And I'm popping that, I'm picking it up with my brush.
Yeah.
And popping it down onto the mat.
Okay. Got some more questions coming. We'll watch this with Leanne first, and then I'll fire some questions at Leanne. And there's some things that we have covered, but I do realise that people are jumping in all the time, so I'm not afraid to re-ask a question we've already covered, just as long as you guys understand what's going on. That's the main thing. So
that's the Jade Pool, and then I'm going to pick up a little bit of Rainfall.
Okay.
And pop that alongside.
Beautiful.
And you want some water in it, because you want it to be quite loose. Okay, so that's my little palette that I've created. And then I'm going to take one of those blending eggs that we've got.
Oh, yes.
Because they're really, really handy. And I'm just going to pick up the ink. Not ink. I'm so used to saying ink. Pick up the paint.
Pick up the paint.
Pick up the paint with my egg.
Yeah.
And then just go through the stencil.
Is it called no, it's a blending sponge, isn't it?
Yeah,
but it is an
blending sponge.
It is an
blending egg, blending sponge. And I'm going to let the two colours blend together. And I'm going to be a little bit lighter in areas, a little bit darker in areas. You know, you can just...
Is there any particular reason why you're using the blending egg at this point?
I think for this, it picks up the metallic paint. It stops it pooling because it's quite watery.
Okay.
It stops it running in and under the stencil. So it just gives you a little bit more control. You could, if you wanted to look very eclectic, you could just put it straight on with a brush, but that for me, it's got the potential to run underneath the stencil. I don't want it to. Does that make sense, Ben?
It's more controlled.
And then with this as well, where there's only a little bit left on, I can get some little faded suggestions of shimmery colour and some darker areas and just stop there. So I'm going to stop there. That's enough. I'm sad wasting all this from cleaning on my mat. I wouldn't be doing this at home. I'd be using a mixed media mat and saving it all. Then you take up your stencil. Oh, that's took my masking tape with it. And your my masks come off at the same time. If your mask doesn't, I'm just going to show you it's here.
Yeah,
you would peel your mask up.
Uh-huh.
And so what you've got is that beautiful stenciled background.
Love it.
Ready to watercolour your dragonfly now.
Yeah.
So if I just dry this quickly, you would think because we had it very watered down here, and I used that blending sponge egg, that you would lose some of the shimmer. But I just want to show you that you don't.
No, you definitely don't.
Because of how much shimmer is packed in there. It's absolutely incredible. Then you just go to choose what colours you want to paint it with. So I'm just going to go straight to the Sunbeam palette again, and I'm going to go with a little bit of chiffon.
Okay.
Pick up a little bit of that there and just paint it in.
Okay.
So you're just going to paint, watercolour your dragonfly however you see fit. And if you feel like you've got a little bit much paint on your brush at any point and you need to take it off on your mat.
Yeah.
Because then you can come back to it and pick it up when you want more. Don't just wipe it away on your kitchen towel. So you're going to go and do your painting, detail painting. And I've got more things to show you, so I'm going to stop this in a second.
Do you want a few questions whilst we're watching you?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So, I know we've tackled this, but let's ask again, because I say people are joining at the same different time. Charlotte says, are you using premium watercolour white card or the regular watercolour card? So just discuss again, Leanne, if you can, what can we use these on cardstock-wise?
Yes, so I'm using our regular watercolour cardstock.
Yeah.
It works on the premium watercolour cardstock just as well, any watercolour cardstock. It also works very well on the multi-purpose cardstock, which we've got in the bundle for you.
Okay.
And then I also use it on our matte black cardstock, and I also use it on our premium artist black card pad.
Okay.
Again, either will work fine for you. They also work, we've just tried it today on craft card.
Oh, nice, yes, we did.
So, and you know, if you've got other colours of card, so like if you've got a nice green card, your moonbeam will work on that because it works on black.
Yes.
So you can paint it on any porous surface, essentially. If you've gessoed a piece of wood, you know, like a wood palette, and you want to, you know, when we do all of the creative items and we bring in the wood blanks, if you want to do that, it'll work on that for you because it's porous.
Excellent.
So you can paint it onto your wood blanks as well, if that's what you'd like to do. So the possibilities, the choices are endless, Ben, just a porous surface. But if you're worried about the correct cardstock, either of our watercolour, either our black and craft.
Peg, yes, I will show the stamp sets again for you very shortly. Don't worry, I'll show you all the designs. Dan Schuster says, can these be used with the new Duet ink pads?
Yes.
Question for Leanne, says Victoria. Can you ask Leanne if these paints are going to be a core item or is this just a limited run?
Core.
Carol, what was the overlay of the dragonfly made of that was peeled off?
Masket tape.
Yeah, which you've got in the bundle. And Laurel, we will show you again so that you can see that the two palettes. You say so basically both palettes are the same colours. No.
No.
You've got your sunbeam and your moonbeam, and Leanne will show you again in just a second in the fact that the sunbeam has been created to work better with your lighter colour cardstock here. The moonbeam you can use across both, and that's the kind of thing. They are definitely not the same colours.
They're definitely not.
In
Let
both
me
palettes.
stop there, painting that, and I'll show you the flash of beautiful colour. And then I'll show you what I did with the finished item when I made a card. There you go. So you can see you've got the beautiful shimmer in the background from stenciling and that beautiful shimmer on the dragonfly.
Do you know what I love about this? Normally when you sort of show a card and you sort of move it, you see the shimmer, but here it's almost like you see the shimmer and then you move it again and you see that extra level of shimmer.
Yeah.
You can't, it's incredible, Leanne, honestly.
It really is. They're fabulous, aren't they?
They are amazing.
I have to say, Ben, I'm very, very proud of these.
You should be.
Really.
You should be.
I truly am very, very proud.
Yeah.
Let me explain the sunbeam moonbeam to you.
Oh, yes,
again.
please.
So, you've got a sunbeam palette and a moonbeam palette.
Yeah.
In the sunbeam palette, you've got 24 colours which work best on a white cardstock.
Yes.
In the moonbeam palette, you've got 24 colours which will work on a white cardstock and will work on your black cardstock.
Yes.
And depending on the colour you use, you'll get a different colour or a more intense colour between the white and the black.
Yeah.
So you have got 48 different colours across the two palettes. No duplications between the two. Just, we've separated them as Sunbeam and Moonbeam, because if we put them all in one palette, Ben, and I had to say to you, you can use Rose Garden, Mermaid, Jade Pool, Wisteria, Daydream and Mary on white. Yeah. But you can only use Marmalade Forest, Break and Dawn on black. And you lost your
you'd have no clue, would you?
I mean, can you imagine the headache you'd have trying to work that out? So we just wanted to say, look, white card best, white and black card, no problem. And then you know when you're picking it up, the palette, and you're applying it, you know exactly where you're putting it. You're going to get a fantastic result.
We just wanted to make it easier for you.
Easier for you, that's all we've done. So Sunbeam, best on white card. Moonbeam, white card and black card, no problem. Craft card, coloured card, whatever you want.
There we go. I think that's the best way to kind of remember it. But like we said, definitely not two palettes, the same colours.
Would you like to see some samples?
Oh, yeah,
Do you want to
why
ask
not?
me questions while I show samples?
Absolutely. By the way, 3/4 of the... I don't know why I'm standing on one leg. What am I doing there? Bring me sunshine.
It's like an exclamation mark, isn't it?
I think it is. 3/4 of the stock of the showstopper has gone, and this is before the next checkout, which we're about to give you in just a few moments' time. So when that goes, we've got hundreds of people waiting to check out. But before we do, let's have a look at some finished samples with Leann, because I feel like we've been enjoying the techniques, haven't we? We've been enjoying to see how these work. But let's see these on actual projects. What you got, Leann?
I just want you to see how many varieties of things you can do. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. I remember this from this morning.
From this morning.
That was when I went, oh.
Exactly. Look at it. I can't. I'm speechless.
What the?
I developed these without manufacturer, and I'm speechless.
You developed them, you can't even believe them.
Even I can't believe it, because they're so incredible. And I think every time I look at it, I think, oh, I knew they were fantastic, but my word. Look at the shells. Look at that watercolour background. Look, you can splash water on and let it fall where it wants to go, and then paint some shells and layer it up and have something as incredible as that when you get this home. It's truly exceptional.
You've excelled yourself here.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
You can use your stamps and do a whole stamped background, and then colour it yourself and do them in. I mean, can you imagine sending that to someone?
I know.
Here we've got the cling film background, again, that I showed you earlier on, and a little spray. There's a card taking the technique that we've just done with the one, and just doing more intense colours and doing two.
Yes.
A bigger card.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, it's your card. This, embossing folder, painted.
That's incredible.
Once you've embossed it, paint the ink on it.
Yeah.
My word. And then look at those leaves. Look at them. It really is illuminated, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Light on, light off.
This, my favourite.
Oh, I didn't see that earlier.
So this is using... Ooh, Ben. Ooh.
Ooh. With these watercolour palettes, you are spoiling us.
This is using the masking tape that comes in the bundle and the shells. Cut a mask for each shell. Stamp a shell. Put a mask on, stamp another shell. Do it all the way around. Keep moving your mask. And then it creates this multi-layered background for you, because you've got one on top of the next, on top of the next, on top of the next. And it looks unbelievable.
I mean, mind blown there.
Doesn't it?
Mind blown.
And then just paint it.
Yeah.
And it's going to look like that.
Wiggle that. Just give it one more wiggle, that.
I will.
Oh.
And that's on white cardstock.
Yes.
Yeah. Normally, to get that level of shine, we'd be telling you to paint on black cardstock.
Yeah.
And it's on white.
And again, that is the other genius of this, isn't it? Because, like you say, how many times do we go, oh, this is a great product, but use it on dark cardstock, use it on black cardstock?
Yep, because
this is white.
White cardstock. Because of the quality of the pigment, the high quality artist pigment paint, I think this is a beautiful card. Raising that up, having that little bit in the background as an aperture, you see these bits are raised up and flat, and then painting that little leaf in there so it just shines through. Doing your little floral spray and your butterfly, and also painting both of your butterflies and decoupaging up the wings with your 3D glazed. But this one, Ben. Hello.
I didn't see this one earlier either, I don't think.
How
What
exceptional. Exactly. My sentiment exactly, Ben. So this is stamped with the stamps in the bundle, watercoloured, and then the paint watercolour washed in between, so the shimmer's everywhere, so it looks like a pearlescent card. A plain black circle, your butterfly, stamped, heat embossed in clear, and painted on black card and laid up, exactly as I've just shown you. And that, I don't care who you are or where you are, you're not going to say that that isn't impressive.
No, no.
It's absolute, and you can do this yourself at home. You can be making these yourself at home to look as incredible as this. It's like polished metal.
That is another way to describe it.
I bet Sheena is off the chair on her feet, punching the air.
She probably is.
I can imagine her. She'll be off her seat. She'll be like, Maria, come and see this. Poof. She'll be punching the air. She'll be so pleased. And I'm looking forward to see what she does with them as well.
I am.
She's a genius.
Yeah.
So there'll be some great demonstrations coming. And you'll have them at home. You'll be able to watch the demonstrations, go straight and try it yourself. It'll be amazing.
Right, a few quick questions and we'll give you a chance to check out here. Well, a few comments. Love the wiggle, says Jeanette.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Shows all the magnificent shimmer. I'm excited, says Tracy, to try these with my embossing folders.
Yes.
Why not? Tracy Kershaw says, love all of the samples. They are fantastic. Have we got an embossing folder? Because there's a few people asked.
To see it?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we get one?
We could do in the break.
Yeah, we'll get one for you.
Okay. Shadiah says, Leanne, can we put inks on the stamps and stamp it?
Yes,
Or
I did that
paints?
this morning
We've
on
done
Wake Up Call. Yeah.
And one question here from Karen H, who says, would I be able to paint, would this paint work on acetate?
No, it'll resist.
Yeah.
Just the same as putting it on my glass mat, because it's water-based.
Yeah.
It's going to resist.
Okay.
So, not water, but yes, because the paint is water-based, it resists on the acetate and pool and sis, won't even stick, so don't try. No. So that's the one thing I'm going to say no to.
And for Deborah, who's just asked, and I'm sure other people are wondering, I can guarantee that there will be master classes on these. You can expect more shows with Leanne. Wait till Sheena's back in the building. I mean, are you joking me? Sheena is not going to do a show with these, is she? She's going to be all over this, So we'll let you know when that happens. I know we've got a lot of shows planned sort of pre-birthday where we're going to be doing craft-alongs and master classes with a lot of the products that you've picked up, so you can really expect these to feature, because hands down, the busiest day of our birthday event so far. And don't forget, we're in, what day are we now? Day 12 of 14. We've had some big launches. We've had some big days. This has stolen the show. It really, really has. Everybody is jumping in and grabbing this. Everybody wants to get their hands on it, but not everybody's going to be able to, because we're over a quarter of the stock of the showstopper gone now. If this is your aim to get that showstopper, sorry, 3/4, did I say a quarter? We're well over a quarter. Well over 3/4 of the stock. It was a quarter about 11:05 this morning. If you're able to get the showstopper, now is the time to check out. Don't wait till the end of the show, because remember, once this is gone, the bonus buy disappears, and that would be a shame if you couldn't get your hands on extra of those beautiful paints for half price. Peg, when I come back as well, remind me, we'll look through the showstopper and I'll show you all of the stamps. We've got more questions. We'll look at more techniques with Leanne. We've got a lot to do in the last half hour. What a show. Go to the checkouts. We'll be right back.
Since I think you know when. It's that time when your credit card becomes your best friend. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know why, but I suddenly lose control. There's a crafty fire in my soul. Just one look and then I buy everything. A few days and then my doorbell will ring. Whoa, whoa, birthday's here. Here I go again. My, deals I can't resist ya. Birthday's here. Bought more than I should. I know, I'll say it's for my sister. Yes, I'll be broken hearted when the deals have departed. Where did all of my money go? cardstock and glue. Do I need more craft stash? There's free gifts, yes I do. Bought so much stuff, I can't close the door to my craft room. There's too much stuff that's on the floor. Maybe I should just buy no more. But then look, CC are launching new things. Bought so much, now I have got free shipping. Whoa, whoa, birthday's here. Here I go again. My, deals I can't resist ya. Birthday's here. I have no control. Bought more pokey tools and misters. Yes, with more cash I parted. Don't know how it all started. My, time to watch another show. Birthday's here. Double points you say. I'll stay platinum forever. Oh dear, I'm on first name terms with my delivery guy. His name is Trevor. Birthday's here. Here I go again. I'll watch with a cuppa and a big key. Birthday's here. Cancel all my plans. My, I think I'll pull a sickie. Yes, I'll be broken hearted when the deals have departed. My, I just cannot let them go.
The party is here. It's time to find your sparkle because Crafters Companion is turning an amazing 18.
We've got Disco Fever, and you're all invited to light up the dance floor for our biggest and brightest party yet.
And it's the hottest ticket in town, and everyone's on the guest list.
So follow the call of the disco ball and join us from the 9th to the 22nd of October.
We'll be shining the spotlight on a dazzling lineup of amazing new launches, offers, and so many surprises.
And Crafters TV has been transformed into a boogie wonderland with live fun and crafty goodies every day.
And we're keeping the party going with Birthday 24/7. Tune in to enjoy non-stop Crafters TV all day, every day, throughout the entire birthday celebration.
So, Dancing Queens, what are you waiting for? Visit our amazing new Crafters Companion website to join the fun and shine bright.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out. It's so busy. We are so delighted. And no one, well, more than Leanne, the other side of the studio here, delighted. I mean, you must be thrilled with how everyone's taken to these because, like you said, a couple of years kind of developing these and the way that everyone's taken to them is just amazing. Sister P4 says Leanne is both a master and classy.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really kind of you.
The true definition of masterclass. Or masterclass.
Oh, I get it.
Huh?
I get it now.
What? Yeah, it was clever.
I thought you were just saying I was classy.
But you are.
Well, thanks.
And you are.
But I'm master classy.
You are.
Thank you.
You are master classy, the Yoda of craft. Sorry, change the subject.
Yes?
Tracy says, hey Ben, when is your music download of your hit songs going to be available? The response to that the other day, loads of people want the CD or the download.
Okay, so let me make some calls, find out what we need to do, and then we'll update you.
So what I could do, see, I could write a Christmas song, then to put it on an album with all
the
of the
Christmas
others.
special.
Christmas special. Get everyone involved. I've got one in mind.
Which one?
I can't tell you that.
Okay. Last Christmas, that one.
Oh, maybe.
I like that one. Not All I Want for Christmas Is You. No, I'm not here for that.
No, are you not?
No. Oh, hang on, no, that's not the one. What's the one Mariah Carey does?
All I Want for Christmas
Yes,
Is
I'm
You.
not here for that.
Ah.
Yeah. Too much warbling for me.
Too much wobbling?
Warbling.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Warbling.
Yeah.
I can't.
All I want for
All that.
Christmas. Yeah.
It's just like, sing it.
Just sing the note, isn't it?
Just sing it.
Just sing the note. Too much wobbling.
My favourite is the song that's on Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks.
by, is it the Ravenettes? All the lights are coming on now. That one.
I don't know that one.
Do you not? Oh, Ben, you'll love it. It's Shayna's favourite as well.
Oh, the
Yeah, we
lights
were
are-
singing it to each other the other day.
I don't know that.
I'll play it to you after the show.
I look forward to it. But yeah, we'll make that happen. I'm well up for that. Christmas number 1, here I come. I just wanted to quickly show you, I know we need to get back onto some more techniques, but you get the gist by now, right? Showstopper, well over 3/4 of the stock has gone. It was Peg that just wanted to see all of the stamps that you're going to get in this set as well. So this is the first set. So with love, if you want to go for these individually, I'll name them. Look at, I mean, come on. With love, so you get the butterfly, you've got that beautiful bouquet, get a little sentiment with each of these as well. This is clearly, I think, the most beautiful set. I think also for the fact that I feel like we don't see a lot of seashells in stamp form. Well, I
No.
certainly haven't.
Yes, I agree, you don't. But do you know why that is, Ben?
Why is that?
I think because when you colour a seashell, you want it to look iridescent.
Oh, yeah, yes.
You want it to have that colour on it. And if you are colouring a seashell with just a flat colour, it's going to look pretty, but it's not representative.
No.
So I think now that we've got obviously these beautiful metallic paints, we can do a really good job of the seashells.
Absolutely. I mean, I could quite happily wiggle that. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the... I could wiggle that all day. Wow. Sorry. Then you've got this set, which is the Best Wishes. That... what's the name of that creature? Thank you. Dragonfly. Ooh, it's getting late there. Absolutely amazing. And then lastly, for you, Peg, just for you, which is your beautiful set there with the foliage and that gorgeous sunflower. Lights off, lights on. All of those stamps, $15, $20 or $21.60 if you want to go individually. I would imagine most people are either going for the Showstopper where you get those stamps. Well, everybody is. What are we now, nearly 80%? Yes, get all of it. Get the stamps, get those brand new, amazing watercolour, shimmer paints and the brushes and all of the extras. And when you buy the Showstopper, what's left of it, we are rapidly running out. You can then buy more of the stamps or indeed more of the watercolour paints for half the price. Right, let's get back to you. I know we had a few things we wanted to show us, Leanne, so what should we do next?
So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to paint, because we've done lots of stencil it, cling film it, wash a background with it. We've done a lot of that, which is all the techniquey stuff, but I'm sure there are some of you at home who think, I'm not bothered about those backgrounds, I just want to be able to paint with them and see how beautiful the results are. So we're going to just do some, I was going to say basic, well, it is. It's just painting at the end of the day, Ben.
Yeah.
And it's just the simplest form of using them, but really very impressive. So I thought, let's take a little minute to do that. So I've got here a background that I've stamped with one of the florals in the sets. And then I've also got a focal image. And all I'm going to do is use the palette as it is. I'm not going to worry about scooping it out, putting it on a mat or doing any of that. I'm just going to take a damp brush into the palette, pick up some paint, and paint the flowers. And because we've got this beautiful tapered point on the paint brushes that we're launching for you at the same time, you get beautiful lay down of colour. And I will treat each petal individually.
Okay.
Because it allows you to get the light in the shade. Some petals will be darker than others, which makes them feel like they're more in nature. And you can lie that colour down. Now, what I was saying this morning as well, Ben, is if you do go over some of your stamped lines because they're not raised, you haven't heat embossed them, if you've got one of our fine liner markers, after it dries, you can go back and re-accentuate some of those lines if you'd like to.
Okay.
Entirely up to you. So you're just going to keep picking your flower and colouring it in. So you can see how easy this is.
Leanne's team has knocked it out of the park again, says Tess Hankey. And Wendy Meyer says, thank you, Leanne. I'm so super excited for these glorious paints. I think, as I said earlier on, safe to say, this has been the biggest day. I mean, and we've had some big days, we've had some big launches over the course of the birthday event. I feel a little bit sad that it's coming to an end. I know we've still got your weekend to go. I believe Sarah's in tomorrow, isn't she? With Craig's back tomorrow, and then Then it's we two, back on Sunday. For the
Me
big wrap.
and you and
Yeah,
me.
you and me and you.
I know, I'm looking forward to it.
I am. Closing the event.
Closing the event.
Yeah.
Picking the winner.
Oh, yes, I know.
Launching some new exciting things.
Oh, yes.
I'm excited about them.
Handing out trophies.
Handing out trophies. Who to?
Well, you'll have to tune in to find out. Maybe I'll be handing a trophy over to you for a demo of the year.
I think there's 2 chances of that. I think there's 2 hopes of that, Ben.
What?
And one's called Bob.
What's the other one? No.
No.
Yeah. hey, don't do yourself down. You're in with the shout. You got a 1 in 12 chance of winning with your demo for July, I think it was.
How many times has Michelle entered into the draw?
I've got it here in front of me. He says, I think, has Michelle got 4? Is that right?
And how many times am I in?
Hey, Leann, it's all about quality, not quantity.
That reduces the odds, Ben.
Michelle has got 1, 2, 3, 4. Debbie Robinson has got 3. And then Craig, Corinne, Jan, Becky and yourself have 1 apiece.
Okay, so the odds are against us.
Well, you know.
But you know, I'm not bitter and I'm not twisted, Ben.
No.
Because I am going to vicariously take the win because my team developed the product.
That's it. And if it wasn't for you and your team,
If it wasn't
there
for me
would
and
be
my
no
team,
winner.
there would be no product for those people to look excellent with.
Exactly right.
So that's that's what I'm doing.
Someone just give Leann the trophy now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, look at that. I've painted that flower. Look how fabulous it is. And that's not even fully dry. Absolutely glorious. I'm going to move on to the main. I'm not going to do that whole background. You don't need to see that. We're going to colour in this rose because I want to show you how to create a shadow behind a painted flower. So I'm going to do it pretty quick. Now, you can pick up a tiny bit and do it quite pastel if you want to. You don't have to do it really dark in colour tone, and you can use more than one colour too. And I'll just clean my brush.
80% of the showstopper gone. 80%.
Isn't that marvellous?
It is marvellous. It's going to sell out.
I'm so happy that you all really love this as much as I hoped.
Do you get nervous?
You would. I do. I do get nervous. I get nervous because I think, what if I love it but nobody else loves it?
Yeah.
So there's always that little bit of apprehension where you think you've got it right, because this is my method for product development.
Right.
Do I like it and want it?
Yeah.
And if I do, we make it. And then I hope that everybody else likes it and wants it.
Do I like it? Yes, I do. Make it.
Yes, exactly. And I realise I'm in a very, very privileged position to be able to do that, Ben. But essentially, that's how it goes.
Well, I think, to be honest, if you know it's good and you like it, you're going to be on to a winner. And, I mean, talk about this being an absolute winner. I think it's been one of the most well-received launches I think I've ever been involved in.
Well,
honestly.
thank you, Ben.
Honestly.
What I also like to do is problem solve.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our products, you will hear me regularly saying, other things you've tried, don't do this, this, this and this, and it's really frustrating when you can't get a good result. This product fixes it for you. And this is definitely one of those products because I like to find things where it's frustrating, or maybe I've tried it myself and not got a good result, where I've blamed myself and my own skill and ability for it not working. But actually, when you break it down, it was nothing to do with my skill or ability, and it wouldn't be with yours. It was the quality of the thing I was using.
Another case in point there, then, so your shimmer sprays, for example.
Yes, exactly. And so by then making a one that does work and showing you how easy it is to work with them and make it work, I think that's fantastic. It's such a, I keep using the word privilege, but it is, Ben. It's such a privilege to be able to do that and to make it accessible for everybody so that, you know, you can all have a really, really lovely time and take away all of the worry and the, you know, the chastising you do of yourself, etc. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. There's still lovely, lovely comments coming through. A couple more whilst we're watching. Clarden says, I ordered all of this at 3 a.m. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. And this is it. You set your alarms. You guys know the drill by now. Judy Onos says, I've just ordered my showstopper and the extra paints. I cannot wait to get them and play. Evelyn Kiefer says, I gave in. I got the palettes, the brushes, and I bought the Seize the Day stamps to get me started. Thank you, Leann, for all the beautiful inspiration. And that is the other thing to point out. I know the majority of people are going for the showstopper, but you can pick up individuals, and like Evelyn's just done there, and pick and choose. You know, if you just want to choose a few of the stamps, absolutely go for it. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you pick up well, you can see it for yourself how good these shimmer watercolours are. They're incredible, so don't miss out on these. And Charlotte Clark says, I'm so glad that we can save these videos on YouTube. I'll definitely be watching them as I try out all of my new goodies from the 18th birthday shows. And like we said, Leanne, we'll be featuring these again very soon, and no doubt Sheena will have these in her hands, won't she?
Absolutely, no doubt. I think if I said no, she would have us pinned to the office wall. I think that would probably be a thing.
Nobody wants to see that.
And nobody needs to see that.
No,
but
no.
we've been friends for so long, I'll share them with her. And you know what? The thing is, I mean, obviously, you're seeing me demonstrate them, and I'm showing you in the most simplest form how they work.
Yeah.
When Sheena gets her hands on them, Ben, yeah.
Well, what did she say? She said, I've already got loads of bling-tastic ideas running around my mind when she was watching earlier. So.
Yeah, she's just good. It's going to be incredible. It really is. It's going to, you know, it's going to be amazing. I know it is. Right, I'm going to pause here and then show you how I've done the shadow. So I'm not going to finish painting the whole image, but I want to show you the bling. And then I just like to run a wash over it, and then that's a little top tip for you. See how I'm picking colour up off my kitchen towel and then washing it over there. You just get some bits of light and shade in. Let me give it a quick dry. And then what I've got to make that flower stand out, can you see the blue in the background?
Oh, yes.
So I want to show you how to do that. Before you put that blue in, dry the image.
Okay.
Because you don't want this colour to run into the other colour. So you want to make sure that this is very dry before you do this next bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's dry enough, but it'll be dry enough for now. So then what we're going to do is take a damp brush and choose a colour. And I think I'll use Horizon, which is this one down here. And so all I'm doing is taking some of the paint, and then what you'll do is you'll just go and put that paint around the image. Now you can see it's quite a dark blue. So you're putting a tiny bit in the spaces around where you will have painted, that's all.
Okay.
And just go into a small few areas. And so this is another example of where this super fine brush is incredibly useful for this. So you go in, you put tiny bits all around in the little areas under the flower. So you go and basically tracing round and inside the image. And then you're going to go all around the outside of the image as well. And it's easier to do this. And you can have some darker areas and some lighter areas. And basically what I'm doing is just getting all of... I went into that, we've talked about how far this paint goes, haven't we?
Yes.
So you see, I've dipped this in once into that horizon, just the tip of my brush, and I've outlined this whole thing. Don't worry, because you'll be forgiven for thinking she's lost the plot again. That doesn't look very good. But I'll show you what we're going to do next. So you're getting your colour down first, making a map, essentially, just highlighting around the whole thing. Then clean your brush, so it's only water, no more colour, water only. And then you go and you just spread that out. And so you emulsify it and you bring it out, and it just makes the shadow all around. And because you dried the first layer,
I see.
It doesn't mix in.
Yeah.
So you don't, for example here, the yellow is not running into the blue and making green. It's just doing the blue shadow all around. And you go and do that in all of those little areas, just by bringing that blue out and around. And you just move it around on the card with a wet brush only, no other colour. And you create this lovely shadow which makes your image pop from the card.
Yeah, it does, lifts it off.
All the way around. But it's got, because you're doing it with these paints, it's got that beautiful shimmer in it. And you see how much that moves it. I'm just going into the water pot. I'm not going into any more colour, because it goes such a long way. They're highly pigmented and highly packed with that shimmer in there. Semi-moist colours, which you reinvigorate, you re-enliven with just a little spritz of water, and then do all of the watercolouring techniques that I'm showing you here. And then you dry that.
Only got 10 minutes left on the show. I can't believe where the time's gone. Please, if you've just waited the whole show to get your showstopper, please, please, please make sure you check it out in the next 10 minutes because the stock is hanging on by a thread. Will soon be at limited. But look at that.
And you've got the beautiful shine and
so
shimmer in
good.
there. When
Yeah.
you take the background and you take the image, that we've done that little bit of blue, and I've done the same all around the background. So that was all white cardstock, the entire thing painted with these metallic paints. It looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it?
It's exquisite. It's absolutely incredible. Words can't really describe just how brilliant these paints are and how much you guys have absolutely loved them. Lynn just saying, I always love watching Leann's demos. They're very inspiring and mesmerising to watch as well. We've got 10 minutes remaining. Shall we? Shall we? Sorry, this is funny music playing somewhere. I'm trying to work out where it's coming from.
Here, is it just me and you?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bam. Where is it? Yeah. Where's that coming from?
Can anybody hear it?
Can anyone hear? Yeah.
Just me and Ben.
Can you hear that at home? Can you hear that in the
Can
gallery?
you hear that at home? Let us know in the comments. It's like
You
a
can't hear
doorbell.
music?
It's like a doorbell. Do, 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 do.
Where's that coming from? Still going?
It's still going. Can you hear it
Yeah.
at home?
Oh, stop now.
It stopped.
Stopped. That's
Okay,
really
good.
thrown me, that. That's really... Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're celebrating the metallic shimmers. That's what
We
it
are
is.
celebrating the metallic shimmers. We've got about 8 minutes left. What do you want to do? Should
Do a
recap it all?
background.
Huh? Oh, we'll do a background.
Should we do a background?
Quick background. Then I'll recap, do the winner, and then we'll be done, Leann, won't we?
Okay,
All right.
let's do, because you loved the background earlier, and I think it's a nice one to see with the big brush that we've brought into the collection for you. So, the other thing is we're going to use Sunbeam.
Sunbeam, yeah.
Whenever I say Sunbeam, I think of my grandma. Right?
Sunbeam.
She used to call me a sunbeam, which
Oh,
was
what, in a
lovely.
nice way?
In a nice way.
Okay.
But then she always sing that song, a sunbeam, Jesus wants me for a sunbeam.
Oh, yeah, Jesus wants me for a
That one.
sunbeam, yes.
So every time I say sunbeam, I think of Grandma Kitty singing
Ah.
Sunbeam, a sunbeam.
Oh, Grandma Kitty.
I know, Grandma Kitty.
Yeah.
Right, she was a legend. Right.
She came up yesterday, didn't she, in the show for some reason?
No, that wasn't. Was that my Grandma Kitty?
Yeah, it was.
Might have been Grandma Kitty. She comes up a lot. Well, she was. So, my grandma, my mum, responsible for all of my crafty jeans.
Grandma Kitty?
Grandma Kitty and mum.
Oh.
Yeah, all of my crafty jeans come from those two ladies.
What was Grandma Kitty's expertise?
Crochet, knitting, and baking bread.
Oh.
Fantastic. Mum, turn her hand to anything. Knitting is her superpower. She can put a ball of wool in her apron pocket, her needles under her arms, and walk around the house, knit a jumper, and do all the housework and cook the tea at the same time. Literally, Linda can do that. That's her superpower.
That's
and then
brilliant.
the crafty gym went to my sister. Beautiful celebration and wedding cakes. Sugar craft is her thing. And
Yeah.
paper craft's mine.
Yeah.
We're just from a crafty family.
That's it.
Yeah, crafty
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Right, so to make the background on Sunbeam, I'm going to pick a row of colour and just go along that row of colour because that will work together. So I'm going to start here with Dandelion, Jade Pool, Rainfall, Chiffon and Blossom
Okay.
and make a beautiful rainbow background. So I'm going into the Dandelion. I'm just going to pick up some colour straight onto my card. Now you can do this really intense or you can do it quite pastel. It's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to paint that on and then I can intensify the colour in places if I'd like.
Yep.
And then before I go into the next colour, important, clean your brush
Yes.
and make sure on your kitchen towel you dry it and make sure there's no colour left because you don't want to contaminate the next colour.
Okay.
So then you pick up some water into the next colour. So now I'm into Jade Pool and then Jade Pool just goes alongside the yellow. Can you
Yeah.
see? Yeah.
There was definitely music, Beth, who says, I'm a little bit worried about you two. I hear no music, no one else hears. These 2 weeks are finally getting to you both.
There was definitely music playing in our ear.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Clean your brush again. And then what I do when I've cleaned the brush and I've just got water, I just soften the blend in between the two by running over it. That gets them to blend in together. Clean the brush again.
Yep.
Next colour. So this could not be easier, Ben.
Keep the lovely comments coming through. We'll announce the winner in a second, but Beverly Bryant says, this has been an amazing, brilliant, fantastic, inspirational show. I'll definitely be keeping this for future reference. And Lynn Harvey, lovely Lynn, says, I always love watching Leann's demos. They are very inspiring and mesmerising to watch.
Oh,
Thanks,
Lynn.
everybody.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, Lynn, really, I love all of your comments. And when I come in on these shows and do this for you, I just want to give you like Academy of Colour. I just want to give you the confidence to have a go and be brave and know that you can do it, and just trust that all of the work's being put into the product so that it makes it very, very easy for you to achieve at home. And I really enjoy my time here being able to do that with you. I feel privileged that you invite us into your home to spend the day with you while you watch this. I just think it's such an honour. And if you enjoy it in the process and get yourself a few products where you're going to really enjoy your time and feel very, very happy and comfortable with what you've done, then that's amazing. I just dropped a bit of water there. Did you see it? They 4-bleached it. So they will 4-bleach as well. Just be careful where you're dropping your waters because I'm rushing. And then the last colour I'm putting on here is the Blossom.
Beautiful.
And then we'll dry it and we'll have a look at the result.
Yes. Just whilst we're drying as well, I will announce the winner in a second. I know we're tight for time at the end of the show.
Are we?
Yeah, we've only got a couple of minutes. No, you're fine. We can dry. I can talk. Dry and watch. You know the deal. The showstopper's going to go limited over the course of the next. It's 80% heading towards limited, so you need to be getting it now. Remember, it's the brand new palettes you get in the showstopper. Both of the sets: the Sunbeam, Moonbeam. 3, the brand new brushes, the Crafter's Companion brushes, the stamps, which of course were developed specifically to work with these amazing shimmer paints. Then you get all the other goodies as well. So your white multi-purpose, your 4 rocker blocks, your multimedia matte, and your masket tape. Look at me. Garçon. So you get all of that in there. Should be an extra £50, $60. It isn't. It's £18 or $18. That's your showstopper. £69.58 platinum, $83.92. And then you've got your bonus buy where you get your second set of your paints and your brushes for half price. Look at this. Come on, that's amazing.
It's really fabulous, isn't it? And I've used that to make a background here on this style of card, so you can just wash it out a bit more pastel. I've gone very bright there, but wash it out a bit more pastel if you want to, and then just watercolour a butterfly or whatever other image you want. So you can make beautiful, different special effects. And don't forget, we did all of the cling film, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did.
And this is the bit I did and left to dry. So let's see what's happened.
Oh, yes!
Ben!
Come on!
Whoa, look at that. So much you can do, honestly. You're going to have the best time. You're going to make the most beautiful pieces of artwork. They're all going to have the shimmer and shine. You're going to thoroughly enjoy using them. You are going to love them, and everybody needs to make that.
Abso-blooming-lutely, thank you for a fantastic show. If you want to grab the showstopper, make sure you get it now because it's going to go. Thank you for all of your comments. The star of the show and going into the Disco Ball of Delight is... Oh, got it upside down. Wendy Myers on Facebook. Well done, Wendy. Boom. You're in the ball and you are a step closer to winning that £300, $300 to spend. Leann, thank you so much. What an incredible show. What an incredible product. Are you not going to be getting this if you haven't got it already? Do not delay. It will sell out. I can guarantee the showstopper is going to go. Thank you to Leann. I'll be back with you in an hour. Stick with us. 24/7 continues on YouTube. It's me. It's Sarah. The launch of her brand new book coming up in 1 hour's time. Until then, bye for now.